Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Jada West and I am about to give you a recap of my very first Repurposed fashion show. So if you are new to my channel, please, before we even go further in this relationship, I need to know that you're committed. So you can subscribe at the bottom. You can hit the subscribe button and you will get more videos that are similar to this. I do repurposing, that's what I specialize in. So I teach you how to take your old clothes and make them into something wonderful. And it is a passion of mine. I have been doing it since diapers, barely, like maybe pull-ups. I'm gonna just be realistic, but it's been a while. I've been doing it for a long time. It was the fashion show that I have dreamed of since forever, but specifically since college. And my mom and my family and my friends helped bring the idea to life, and so I get to share all of the awesome designs with you. So leading up to the fashion show, I would go on live, and if you are not following me already, join the family. I'm just saying, what are you even waiting for? You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me here, like I said, subscribe. Or you can follow me on Facebook, but don't do Facebook unless you're like looking for it gets scarce on Facebook. But anywho, I had my co-designers, is what I call them. Everybody joined me on Instagram live and they were helping me come up with all of these awesome designs, giving me tips, not necessarily tips, giving me their inspiration, giving me the vision that they have for each piece. So each garment is so special to me because I didn't make it by myself. I made it with a group of people, so it was such an incredible experience. And so I'm going to have the designs. I'm going to show you my girls. Shout out to my models. I just don't even know. I was watching them walk and I was just like, they just did so good. They did so good. So if I'm being real, I did not have all the pieces styled exactly. So I was kind of like making it up as I went along, which is like probably not the best idea, but it happened. We did it already. So, you know, do better next time. But I had to put the pieces together, and then I had to try on all of the looks that I had in mind on the models, because I did not get to fit the clothes on the models. I had to actually just guess their size. I mean, I asked their size, but I had to pretty much guess how things were going to fit and then put it on them and see how it looked. Like, I had no clue if anything was going to fit anybody, honestly. So the girls come in, everybody comes in, and so I had 4 models, so I had to put them in 7 looks. I had 7 looks that I had them walk. And so we were up in the back. There's like a little second level to the venue, so they were in the back and they were practicing their walks. They were practicing walking in the clothes. We were putting on makeup. Like, it was a whole ordeal. So it took maybe almost 2 hours, like that whole process. And so my little sister, who is actually like my little big sister, honestly, it's just hilarious. She's like, how old is she? How tall is she? She's like 5'8", 5'7", 5'8". So she was my opening model and she did such an incredible job, y'all. Oh my gosh. She just like instantly like hit the runway looking like, I don't know what else you had to do today, but you're gonna watch me walk down this runway. So she opens it up and she has this diamond halter with a fur and my favorite pants that were inspired by chaps. but they have a butt. It's all there, it's all covered. But she came and she had that on, and so she rocked it. And then my second model came out in this plaid with this sheer black top and pleats on the sleeves. And when I tell you, sis came down with the, like, you could see like her arms just like like she was getting it. She looked so good. So she came down and she had on that look, I call that the clueless blazer. She looked so good. I was like, yes, get it. And my model, oh, I was so grateful. Like the first thing I did when she came in, I was like, okay, I need you to put this corset on right now. Like, I don't know if you're gonna be able to fit it, and I need to know, like, I need to have the peace of mind. Like, that was like one thing that I was the most nervous about, because I wasn't really sure what her size was anymore, because I hadn't seen her since we were in high school. So I zipped it up and it fit her like I made it just for her. I could have cried right then. Like, I didn't even need the runway. I just like saw her in it. And so when I put it on her, she just looked regal. Like, she looked like money, like straight like money. Like, she looked awesome in it. And so she goes down and she has on a piece that I also made off live, and it was a sheer overlay. Like, it's a sheer dress, but you wouldn't wear it as a dress just because all your goods are going to be out. I mean, I don't know if that's your thing, do you? But I styled it with denim so that it could be shown as like a long shirt. And she did such a good job. And when I tell you, she took her time. She said, I'll make sure you see this flow. So then my next model was the first plus size piece that I've done. And when I tell you, she was not supposed to model. That's the funny part. I wasn't even going to put that piece down the runway, but she came in and she was like, yeah, I can do it. I can walk. I was like, are you sure you haven't done this before? She went out and she did such an amazing job. And this piece was like one of those really clean alterations. So I took it in at the waist just so it could have a nice cinch, and then it came back out. So it was kind of exaggerated. And of course it's denim, so it just was nice, and it could be casual. You could dress it up. So it was a very simple look to put together. And so again, like I said, she did a phenomenal job. She killed it. Ooh, she did such a good job. And I call the skirt bandera. I honestly, it reminds me of a flag, so I guess that's what I was going for. So she came down and she had on this corduroy top that I dyed the color that it is, and it was my very first time dyeing anything. Like, I had never done that before, and so it turned out to be this beautiful like coppery color. So it just worked really well with the skirt, and the skirt just like kind of like flaps as you go, so it just looks so, it draws your attention. So the next look is the green corduroy dress, and when you first look at it, I definitely couldn't tell when I first picked it up. It was it's a corduroy dress. So I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you the before and the after of this dress, and I'll tell you, it does not look anything like what it did before. I added the elastic and the snap at the belt to make it like super sporty, and then it was still fitted. And that was actually the very first thing that they helped me design on IG. So they gave me the idea to add the strap to it, and I asked them about like how to do the belt. So the belt ended up being elastic. So it looked so good. It just looked like I made it custom, because it just fit her perfectly. And so she rocked that again, a pearl fringe. But the applique I got from the thrift store for $2. I could not even believe it. That whole piece, the whole embellishment. And she has it on with this black fringe skirt, and I made that back in the summertime, and that was one of the things that I was like most proud of, because I was like, this is so clever. I just added it to the bottom, and I love fringe. Fringe is always in my opinion. I don't care about trends. I love it. but she goes down and she rocks it once again. She does a little spin so that the fringe can just like have this moment, and I was just like, yes, this is so perfect. Like she really just made the piece stand out. And so at the end of the show, I did have one more piece that I really wanted to show, and I didn't have an outfit for it. The plan was for me to wear it, but I didn't end up putting it together just because I spent so much time in the back organizing everything that I wasn't really concerned about how I looked as long as my models look good. So I brought that piece out, and that was like the showstopper. Like it was just the one thing that I had like I want to say maybe at least 3 people came up to me asking about this jacket. Like that jacket was just like, shut everything down. And so that was the finale piece, ironically, even though I didn't even get his chance. I'm ready to do another one now. Kinda, not really. I'm lying. I'm not ready yet. But it was a fun experience. And so every piece that you saw is going to be available on my website at jadawest.com. And if you love something, come check it out, because it is finna be live. And when I tell you, it was a slight fight over some of these pieces. So I don't expect them to be here very long. And if you see something that you love, make sure you go and get it, sis. Get it. Okay. And there are a few pieces that already have sold. They're done. Every piece is unique. I do not replicate it. So once it sells out, it sells out. So again, if you are interested in a piece, check out jadawest.com, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.